Once upon a time, there lived a young tree named Kay. Bored of being alone, he created a small friend, IP. Kay and IP were the best friends. One day, IP suddenly asked,
Kay, it's boring just to stay at home. Can I come over to Rob's house? He promised me lots and lots of fun.
Wanting his friend to be happy, he agreed. However, that was a rock trap. That villain was trying to paint IP over with his purple toxins. Hearing that, Kay was frustrated. But compared to Rock, he was powerless, so the only thing he could do was to cry.
Hello, Kay. I am Master Sir. I have witnessed your situation. I understand your sorrow. If you are truly determined, I can help you.
I'll do anything to save my IP. What can I do, Master Sir?
If you want to save IP, you need to master the art of moral rights. In order to master moral rights, you need to learn 4 lessons from 4 legendary masters. Luckily, I am one of them. I can teach you about the definition of moral rights.
I'm ready, Master.
This term originated from the French term droit moral in 1878. The term moral rights imply the author's power to control the fate of her work and based on the relationship that exists between an author and the work. The creator's creative integrity and reputation as conveyed via a work are protected under moral rights. Despite some general common ideas in definition, moral rights have different protection terms in different nations. In some countries, they are everlasting, while in others, they expire at the same time as decided in economic rights.
Wow, that's so interesting. What can I do next, Master?
You are ready to receive a part of my power. Please continue traveling to the north and find Master Hugh.
Hey, thank you, Master. See you later.
Full of enthusiasm after receiving knowledge from Master Sir, Kay headed north, wandering and asking for directions to the place of the great Master Hugh. Finally, he found him.
Master Hugh, I've overcome a long journey here to learn from you.
Well, my son, you come here at the right time. I've just returned from my business trip in the US and EU countries. Let's look at some of my souvenirs. So I guess you've mastered the history and definition of moral rights.
Yes, I've learned it from Master Sir.
Well done, young man. Now I've broadened your mind with the varieties of moral rights in different countries I've been to. Moral rights are recognized by most countries which join the Berne Convention. Their national moral rights basically comply with the Berne Convention standards, covering the literary, artistic, and scientific works of the author or creators. Being a member of Berne Convention, Vietnam's moral rights also cover a wide range of works, from folklores, artworks, to computer programs and data collections. France and Germany, the first 2 countries that recognize moral rights and now follow the Berne Convention, also have almost similar scope of protections. However, there are some exceptions in the moral rights of certain countries. Take the US as an example. Their national moral rights only protect one group of authors, the visual artists, those who create visual arts like painting and sculptures. These rights exclude certain items such as maps, globes, and motion pictures. That's why some even question whether US moral rights comply with the Berne Convention. So let's move on to an Asian country. Unlike many other regions, Hong Kong does not recognize moral rights for the authors of computer programs.
Wow, I've not known that moral rights are so diverse. Now I've understood my rights over my own works.
Congratulations! So now that you've mastered the scope of the 3rd elements of moral rights, I guess it's time for you to continue your journey to Master Tree. So goodbye and wish you all the best.
Yes, thank you, Master.
After mastering the knowledge from Master Hugh, Kay continued his journey and met Master Tree after a long and difficult journey.
Master Tree, I am Kay. I follow Master Hugh's guidance to be here and I want to learn more from you.
Oh, so you are Kay. I have heard about you from Sir and Hugh. You are so potential, so clever. But to learn deeply about types of moral rights, you need to be more flexible. Since the very early days of moral rights, the ancient master taught the disciple that there are four main types: the right to be named as the author, the right to protect the integrity of the work, the right to give titles to their works, and the right to publish their works. You must combine these four skillfully to express your power properly.
I want to be the strongest. I want to learn everything, Master Tree.
Alright, so after me and listen carefully. I will not say it twice. Let me teach you all the goodness of the first type, the right to be named as the author of your creation. The author has the right to attach their real names or pseudonyms to their works. When another person uses the works, it is compulsory to cite the author's name, unless they want to stay anonymous. The next one is the right to protect the integrity of the work. According to this type, no one can change or modify the original work without the author's permission, especially in case those alternatives can negatively impact the author's reputation and honor. The next two types are simple. We call them the right to give titles to their works and the right to publish the work. As the baron of your work, you can name them, and as an author, you can decide how and when to publish your work or to withdraw after publication. Is that easy for you?
Yes, I understood everything.
Excellent. You now are skillful enough. From here, go to the east. You will find a temple deep in the mountains. That is where you can meet Master Tui, the last master who will have you distinguish between moral rights and another ancient martial art called economic rights.
Thank you, Master Tree. I will never forget your grace.
Saying goodbye to Master Tree, Kay continued his journey. He came to a temple hidden in the mountains. The surroundings are covered with fog. Kay had to climb many stairs, and when he reached the last step, he saw Master Tui meditating in the courtyard.
Master Tree, I am...
Kay, right? I've been waiting for you. I've heard a lot about you from Master Sir Hugh and Tree, and I see that they trained you so well, but that was still not enough to defeat Rob. Now I will teach you the final lesson, the comparison of moral rights to economic rights. And once you perceive this skill, not only can you save your friends, you can also do greater things. But I must warn you, mastering this will not be easy.
Yes, Master, I am ready.
Pay attention. As you know, copyrights involve economic rights and moral rights. While economic rights protect the economic interests of the author, which allow the author to benefit from the direct or indirect use of the work, moral rights protect the artistic integrity and reputation of the authors expressed through their work. Moral rights are personal to the creator and as a result cannot be transferred to other people. One exception is that they can be passed on to the creator's heirs, and another is that the right to publish is also transferable. Hence, even when you sell your economic rights to someone else, your moral rights to the work are still maintained.
I see, Master Tree. And I believe that in some cases, the authors might want to wear the moral rights of the works. So, is the law the same in every nation when one wants to do that?
No, Kay. In fact, it can be very diverse among nations when the author wants to give up his or her moral rights to the work. In some countries, they can do that through a written consent that they agree not to exercise some or all of their moral rights, while other countries permit such contract with certain terms applied, such as for a limited amount of time. And that is all about the difference between moral rights and economic rights.
But, Master Tree, do you think I'm strong enough to defeat Rob?
Despite many hardships and even at the expense of sweat and tears, you did not give up and have strived to the end. Therefore, you have been well rewarded by having an absolute control over this power. Well done, Kay. Now you have all the qualities to face rock. But remember one thing. With great power comes great responsibility.
Yes, thank you, Master Tay. Alright, I've learned a lot from four masters, Sir, Hill, Tree, and Tay. It's time to say my beloved IP.
Kay comes to Rock Place, ready to have a big match with Rock.
Reach me if you can.
I'm coming, Master Sir, Hill, Tree, and Tay from FTU World teach me a lot about moral rights. I'm no longer afraid of rope.
It can't be. Why are you so strong?
You know, because knowledge is power.